the British who ruled over India have their own social hierarchy, their political differences, their regional cultural differences. They say some are Tories, some are Whigs, some are English, some are Scottish, some are from supposedly lower social origin, some are very elite aristocrats. तो ये जो सबकी बैकग्राउंड अलग अलग है, क्लाइव हैज नॉट सम एलिट सोशल बैकग्राउंड, कॉर्नवालिस इज द एरिस्टोक्रेट हु लीड्स टू लॉट ऑफ चेंजेस. तो ये सोशल बैकग्राउंड समझने के बाद, एंड कैन वी एक्चुअली मेक सम इन्फरेंसेस अबाउट देयर इंडियन पॉलिसीज फ्रॉम दिस सोशल कॉन्टेक्स्ट? उससे वन टू रिलेशनशिप हो सकता है ऐसे?
एक्चुअली इट्स a little difficult to talk in terms of a direct relationship or correspondence.
Okay.
But there are one or two things, which I do want to say and which I have discussed in this book, which is that there is, by the time Warren Hastings' tenure comes to an end, there is a consensus among the ruling elite in Britain that the top post should be held by people coming from the aristocracy. Now, we must remember that Britain is a very hierarchical society. Despite the fact that it's a parliamentary democracy, it's a constitutional monarchy, yet it also, 19th century Britain is a very, very hierarchical society. And, belonging to the aristocracy gives a special kind of prestige to those who are part of the aristocracy, of those who are part of the peerage, and their social and political influence is enormous in the 19th century. Also, their economic control over land and so on is actually very extensive. So, 19th century mein, I think, it's important to keep in mind that, when, or late 18th century, when period that I'm talking about, this there is growing sort of pressure from sections of the elite, particularly the aristocracy, that this top position, which is becoming sort of powerful, is something which should go only to the someone from the elite, which actually meant somebody from the aristocracy.
So it's an internal coup that is happening.
So it's really because the company can govern, but if at the same time a company servant, who usually would be somebody who begins career as a clerk and then rises to a higher position through promotions over a period of time, is not the person who should be given the top post. The only exception that we have is John Shore, who was more a kind of stopgap. He was here for his full term of 5 years, but nevertheless he was more a kind of stopgap. That was that kind of arrangement. And the other exception is John Lawrence. In the 19th century, there is no company servant who becomes Governor General except for John Lawrence. Ek baar in the 30s, early 30s, there was a possibility that Charles Metcalfe might become Governor General, but he never became Governor General. He was there as a kind of acting Governor General, but he never really became Governor General. So, except for John Lawrence, and I think something which is often missed out is the negotiations, the kind of jostling which takes place when a new Governor General is to be appointed, actually involves the company, the cabinet, and also the royal court. The court also uses its influence.
So you mentioned somewhere in line also that the process of negotiation that preceded appointments of leading colonial administrators and military officers is often overlooked by historiography.
Yeah.
So that's and आपने उसको बहुत ही ज़्यादा डिटेल में whose interests are involved in which manner,
yes,
उसको आउटलाइन किया हुआ है.